I want to take a look at some of the major developments that went on this weekend. First, I want to talk about Duce Knight official visit to Auburn. Now, he's been at Auburn 4 times this fall. Like Steve Wiltfong says, he's essentially a season ticket holder at this point, but this weekend was a little different. It was his official visit. Now, why is that different? Because he gets to spend the night. His trip is paid for. His parents can come. Auburn just has a little bit more access to him than they do on a regular visit. So we'll see what happens. He's probably still on campus. As we filmed this about midday on Sunday, he's probably just getting ready to leave. But what does a loss mean, right? Because this is recruiting. So in recruiting, it's all about selling. Can you sell Duce Knight that you are the missing piece to this offense? Can you sell Duce Knight on all these picks that you see happening? Can you say, hey, Duce, you're different. You're going to come in and not do this. I mean, that's how you have to sell it if you're Auburn. We'll see what Duce Knight has to say coming out of this visit, but a big visit. His official visit to Auburn was this weekend. Let me know what you think coming out of this. All right, up next, Colorado steals UCF's big visit weekend. What do I mean by that? Well, Colorado wins 48-21 going away. I mean, this one wasn't really close, and it was a great show put on by Shador, Travis. They really did what everybody wanted to see on the big stage. I mean, Travis Hunter just does it all over the place. He's the best player in college football, and recruits were watching. That's the big part of this. UCF made a point to have some of the best recruits, not only in the state of Florida, but the Southeast, on the sidelines to watch what they thought was going to be a Knights victory. But Colorado comes in, they kick their feet up, they make themselves at home at the bounce house, and they leave victorious 48-21. And this is going to be the start of Colorado's high school recruiting run. I'm telling you right now. From here on out, I would really pay attention to who Colorado is going to be recruiting. We're going to make a video on that, so just keep watching. All right, recruits watch Bama put on a show. Absolutely. Jumping out to a huge lead at home. Tuscaloosa was going crazy. They didn't expect the Georgia comeback, but then Ryan Williams, Jalen Milroe, they do a comeback of their own. Only 14 seconds. That Georgia lead was only 14 seconds before Ryan Williams scores from 75 yards out, and recruits were watching this one. Caleb Cunningham, the 5-star wide receiver from Mississippi, who's being recruited by Auburn. He's being recruited by Ole Miss. He was one of the top targets that was on campus to watch it, and you got to think that this win went a long way for some of these recruits that are thinking about Alabama. We're going to talk more with Tim Watts about that. Now, Texas, the next development. Texas is working on another FSU flip. They already flipped Myron Charles, the defensive lineman, Florida State's best defensive line commit at the time, has already flipped his commitment to Texas, and they're also working on Javian Hilson. Javian Hilson's one of the best edges in the country. He reopened his recruitment. He decommitted from FSU just about 3 weeks ago, and now he's trending to Texas. And now Texas got another FSU commit on campus this weekend. 4-star wide receiver Dalen McCutcheon was on campus to watch Arch Manning put up 300-plus yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 rushing. And now Dalen McCutcheon, it's his second visit in 2 weeks, not to FSU. Last weekend, he was at Texas A&M. This weekend, he's at Texas. We also know USC's trying to kick the tires here. Ohio State was involved prior to his commitment to FSU. Now, of course, FSU is going to do everything within their power to hold on to him. And Dalen McCutcheon right now is saying all the right things. But if you follow the visits and see where he's actually going, I mean, remember, Florida State was in Texas to play SMU this weekend. He didn't go to that one. He was in Austin to watch Texas, Mississippi State. Keep an eye on Dalen McCutcheon and the Horns. All right. Last development I want to talk about was USC, Wisconsin, and some new expert picks rolling in for the Trojans. Comeback win over Wisconsin. USC's defense pitched a shutout in the second half with recruits on campus. And Steve Wiltfong, he made some noise. Fong bombs, they went off on Sunday. Running back Deshaun Rideau predicted to USC. Cornerback R.J. Sermons predicted to USC. Both are 2026 recruits, and both are local California kids. This is important because, you see, in the 2025 cycle, it seems like Lincoln Riley is trying to strike up a lot of new relationships, get in on recruitments that I've already maybe passed them by. But what we're seeing now is USC getting ahead, and I think that's vitally important for 2026 recruiting. 2025 recruiting is going to be great. 2026 recruiting has a chance to be elite. So Comment section below. You guys let me know. What were the biggest developments of the weekend? Did I miss any? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know. Comment section below.